Okay, I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown on a pressure washing trailer setup. In Australia, we don't have a lot of the gear you guys have got in the States. This is how I've done mine. I've just got the PVC piping there that I keep all my guns in. Then I've got the toolbox just for chemical and tools and that type of thing. I've got dual feed to the tank, one hose there and a fire hose over there. I've got an area here that I just keep my brooms and stuff that I need, rakes and that. And I've got obviously the tank where the customer's water gets fed into to run all my pumps, etc. Ladder racks obviously with my whirlaways. And here I've got a 5,000 psi at 5.5 gallons a minute, and over here I've got a 3,500 psi again at 5.5 gallons a minute. They fit in there good. I've got all my hoses running that feed all the machines down the bottom there. And then up the top here I've got just the returns light, obviously for night work. Then down here I run a AR30 pump. It gives me about 36 litres of water a minute. It's great for doing a wash. When you're doing a soft wash to a house or something, you just get a lot of volume of water, and it shoots about 3 stories. I mean, it's a lot better to rinse with rather than a pressure cleaner, I find anyway. The hose isn't as heavy. It's a lot easier to get around the house. I just wind it off the back of the trailer with this hose, and I find these guns work really well with that nozzle in there. I get the largest nozzle they have, the largest nozzle they have. It just gives a really good flow for rinsing down houses. Then I've got my chemical tank here, obviously, for soft washing or for roof washing, whatever. That's one pressure cleaner hose for one of the machines. That's one of my soft wash hoses for another machine I use, which I'll show you in a sec. And then I've got my other pressure cleaner hose. So they all come off basically off the back. I haven't got a lot of room here, off the back of the trailer. In Australia we can't get some of the pumps you guys have. I just run a little Nova pump, we call them. That's the pump there. That's for when I want to shoot chemical really high, not when I'm doing roof washing. I don't like to mix 50-50 in it. It just kills these pumps, but for like your 3% and stuff, it works great. Really good volume. I think it's about 30 litres a minute, and you get really good height with it. I don't use it very often. It's when I'm doing units 3 stories or more. I'll use this machine. For general residential stuff, I've built this. This is my soft wash setup. That's the hose. I use this cheap hose. You get it on eBay for about $50 for 50 metres. It's great because it's really light, especially when you're on roofs. Here's where I hook up my hose that will run from here, and I just sit it in the top of the tank over there when I've got roof wash mix in there. Then I've got in here, I've just got a little 1.8 gallon a minute at 60 psi. I find it works great for house washing. I have no problems hitting 2 stories on roofs. Then I've got it, as you can see, all hooked up in there, and then it just comes out through the accumulator. And then I have these. They're great. They're easy to replace. If you flush out your machine, you pump every time you use it, you get it a long time out of these things. Once I've got my hose rolled out, rather than go through here and have all the corrosion, etc., I just have it so that once the hose is rolled out, I just connect it into there, basically like an airline. When I've finished, I rinse everything out, run fresh water through the hose, and then I just pull it off and wind it up. So yeah, that works great. More hose, that's another 50 metres. If I've ever got a soft wash and I need 100 metres, I don't normally need it, but it's there if I do. This is how I've set up my water. So what I do is I basically pull this off to the customer's water source, plug it in, turn it on, and it goes through the Hudson float valve, through the filter, then through the Hudson float valve. Then I've just got here so I can, this runs basically to my chemical tank at the back there, so I can fill water when I'm making house wash mix or roof wash mix. That's just handy, just to have water if you need it. Yeah, so that's how I've set my trailer up. It's a 8x5 trailer, but I've got two big machines in it. My soft wash out the side so I don't get chemical obviously in the trailer. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks, and if you've got any questions, send and I'll answer.